Well, I'm Kenny Lowry. Today we're going to talk a little bit about winterizing your stone jar. Now, when I say stone jar, it's the pebble, the slate, the marble. They're a little different than the glazed pots. The glazed pots have a glazing on them, and they're like a hard temperature fire terracotta. This is concrete. Concrete at the top, concrete at the bottom, concrete holding the pebbles in and the slate. Now, these will winter just fine. You just have to make sure that you do a couple of things differently than you do with the glazed pots. If you'll notice, and I'll get the camera and show you up close, we have these setting on a piece of slate. The reason being, if you don't have that slate, the base of this may be setting in water, and in the wintertime with freezing and thawing, it may cause a problem or it may not. It can go either way. But as a precautionary, I would recommend setting it up above that water level on the bottom. So I've got a piece of slate here. You can use flagstone, anything that you can find on your end to kind of raise it up. Now this only applies in the freezing and thawing areas. If you're in southern climates, doesn't freeze, and don't worry about it. Another thing that's different is on the glazed pots, we have the copper pipe in there. It's threaded. You would unscrew that copper pipe. On these, it's got a slip fitting. So you kind of grab your copper pipe, wiggle it back and forth until it breaks through, and then you set it over to the side. The jar will drain itself out. Now this is something else you're going to have to watch. These jars, even though you've got the pipe out, it's drained out, it may fill up with leaves, and the leaves will plug up the drain hole, and then it'll fill up with rain and snow. Then you'll have that ice form in there and expand, and it could crack it. And that applies even to the glazed jars or anything that has water in it. So you want to make sure that these stay drained. What I do here is we have so many jars, I just go around and look down inside of them. If I see leaves, I reach down in there and get the leaves out. That's basically what I do. Some people, and I recommend this too, you can get an upside down saucer bottom, like you're going to put on a hardwood floor with a big potted plant. If you can find one large enough, and they do make them large enough, to put over top of this, that's going to come down over it. It's going to have a lip so that the water drains out, and leaves and rain or snow doesn't get back in there. That way you don't have to go look down in it to make sure that you get leaves in it. I had somebody recently that used a dinner plate. The dinner plate's not going to work. The dinner plate doesn't have that defined edge. It's going to roll around that dinner plate, follow it back under, and then drop down into your jar. You cannot use a dinner plate. It has to have a lip on it. Some people like to use a tarp. Tarps are not 100% watertight. You can cover something with a tarp, and uncover it in the spring, it's going to have water in it. So don't use a tarp. A grill cover, a good quality grill cover may work, but the trouble with the grill cover is, right here in the top, it might sag down, and when it sags down, it's going to form a pool of water. When that pool of water can drip its way into there. So having some kind of top on it that you can be assured that it's not going to leak or get down in it. And I'm not a big fan of covers. The reason being that cover's going to get wet inside, condensation, wherever it is, it can stay damp and wet in there all winter. We get zero here. I like to have my pots and things out exposed so they're dry. As long as there's no water in it and it's not standing in water, you'll be just fine. And when you, like I said, taking that pipe out, you wiggle that out, pull it out, and make sure you leave it out for the winter. You can leave it in the pot, just don't stick it back into the hole after it drains.